All right, traders, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year, and hope your year is starting out well in the market. And boy, did we start the year off with a bang. All right, guys and gals. In fact, in many ways, this year is already shaping up to be as incredible as last year. And you guys know last year was probably one of the best years ever for day trading. The volatility was high almost on a daily basis. We saw 500 tick, 600 tick, 1,000 tick days almost on a daily basis last year. And so far this year, we are on track to do the same. All right, guys and gals. So listen, every new year, I know a lot of you guys make your resolutions. At the top of your list should be improving and getting better at your trading each day than you were the day before, right? So in this video, it's going to be my mission to teach you, show you, and educate you on a trading strategy that I think you're going to love. Okay, so let's get into it, folks. My name is Mark at DynoTrading. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a long-term subscriber and or customer, then I love you. Thank you so much for your support, but more importantly, I'm glad you guys are crushing it with the software. Speaking of, what you're seeing on the screen right now is today's price action chart of the S&P 500. All right, this whole week, this was the first week of the new year, and the market was absolutely on fire. So you know the S&P 500 is the global benchmark. You guys can trade the S&P 500 on Forex, on futures, and stocks and options. It's very liquid. It moves very well. It gives us a lot of trading opportunities. And when this thing starts to trend, boy, does it trend, okay? Now, what you're also seeing on the chart right now is our green and red volume indicator profile color band, right? All of my people who've been with me a while and they've put the work in, they've put the screen time in, they have figured out for themselves that this volume indicator does a world-class job of predicting a trend before it starts, okay? Case in point, let's take a look at today's price action, right? You guys can see that this volume indicator band turned red right at the market open. And what happens after that? Yes, the market slammed down. But lo and behold, we get another color change. This was a nice, beautiful, long signal, not even 30 minutes after the short signal. Okay, so after the red, we immediately get a green long signal telling you that the trend may have potentially changed from bearish into bullish, and to be prepared for a nice rally. Now look, you don't know for sure that the market was going to rip today hard like it did, right? All you can do is try to look for low risk, high probability setups, and I'm going to show you how to do that today, tomorrow, next week, next month. I'm going to show you how to do this every single day, and it's my mission that by the time you're done watching this video, okay, you're going to be inspired, you're going to be motivated, but more importantly, you're going to be disciplined going forward, okay? So here's what I want to do first. Let me really dial you in here, okay? Let's really zoom in and take a look at this, all right? So you can see quite clearly with your own eyes that this volume indicator band turned green about 9 o'clock in the morning, all right? And that happened right on this bar over here. Would you agree? So look, guys, when it turns green, okay, it doesn't mean that you randomly rush in and go long the market, okay? What I like to do, and what a lot of my people like to do, and I'm talking about my customers who have put the work in, they've put the screen time in, and they are enjoying massive success with this volume indicator color band, all right? What we like to do is, instead of going long on the color change, right, we want to wait for one of these. Okay? And do you guys know what this is? Right? This is a retracement. And if all you did this year was master this pattern that I'm about to show you, I can almost guarantee that you will be able to start reading the market like a professional trader on day one. Okay, let me show you what this retracement pattern looks like. All right, it's very simple. 3 legs to it. Okay, if we're looking for a bullish setup, okay, then there's always 3 patterns: leg 1, leg 2, and then leg 3. Make sense? Leg 1 establishes the direction. Okay, so leg 1 technically took place here. The direction was established on this color change, but we don't take that trade, right? Instead, we wait for the market to pull back, and that represents leg number 2. Does that make sense? So this is the pullback. Pullbacks means the market comes back in. It's got to go underneath the color band. That's the biggest criteria, guys and gals. It's got to be underneath. The market's got to print and tick underneath the band, right? And then we want to wait for this reversal. This bar right here is a green reversal bar, right? Also part of the equation. And from that point on, whenever this happens, we then look to go long this market on the open of the next bar. We put our stop loss on the previous bar's low, right? The previous bar's low, this one's low. Let me go ahead and identify that for you. A couple of ticks below that. And then we sit back and let the market do its thing. Okay? Now I want to ask you, was anything that I just showed you complicated? Was it confusing? Did you have to go get a PhD or contact a buddy of yours who's a brain surgeon to help you break it down? Right? I sure as heck hope not. Folks, this concept of the retracement pattern is so simple that you should be able to teach a 6-year-old, right? Because look, let me go ahead and fit this back to scale here. If we zoom out and show you how this market played out, holy shnikes, ladies and gentlemen, this market ripped for 600 ticks straight up. All right, guys and gals. And we were able to accomplish this by simply following the color band, right? This color band tells you the direction of the volume. The big guys, the institutions, the hedge funds, and the large traders are who we want to follow. These are the people that can create such powerful moves like this. And you know what the best part is? Not once did we ever look at these garbage BS charts. Guys, what I want you to do this year, all right, I want you to set a goal for yourself, and that is to permanently give up these retail garbage BS charts. Just throw them away, okay? Because as far as I'm concerned, there's one and only one way to properly trade and speculate in the market. So here's what I want to do, guys. I'm going to give you a simple roadmap to follow this year, okay? Let me go ahead and cue up those notes. These are some simple guidelines that I think is going to help you on day one, okay, to achieve and find consistency. I can almost guarantee that you're going to find consistency in your trading if you follow these 3 and only 3 simple rules. Number 1, you guys know, always, always, always trade in the direction of the trend. Okay, what does that mean? Well, if it's green, like it was today, then shame on you if you tried to short this market when it's so clearly and obviously green. Isn't it a lot easier to go with the trend instead of against it, right? This is probably the biggest mistake that a lot of you guys made last year. So please try something different. Just try it and watch how your understanding of the market will also improve, okay? Number 2, become mechanical, right? Become emotionless. Don't get attached to the outcome of any one trade. What does that mean? Well, so we put a stop loss here, right? You see this line here, this represents the stop loss. This typically goes 1 or 2 ticks underneath the signal bar's low, okay? Now, in today's case, we never got stopped out, and that's awesome, right? Congrats to all you guys who crushed it today, by the way. I apologize if I wasn't able to get back to everybody who reached out to me today, but Again, I'm so glad you guys are crushing it on a daily basis with this volume indicator. But what rule number 2 means, right? Becoming mechanical with your trading, it simply means following to a T the rules, right? Meaning look for high probability, low risk setups and always place your stop loss, right? Because again, I think the reason a lot of you guys struggled last year was because you simply weren't following the rules. I talked to a bunch of guys who didn't even use stop losses, right? It's crazy. How can you trade without a protective stop loss? A stop loss is there for your protection, okay? So that you take the small loss instead of the big loss, right? So whatever your strategy is or whatever your trading system encompasses, make sure you follow it rigidly. Be mechanical, be emotionless, and be a professional. The last and most important rule, guys and gals, is to manage your risk. What does that mean? Well, once again, if we go back and look at the chart, so we take this trade, right? We're long this market, our stop loss is in position, great. Managing your risk means, in my opinion, always looking for ways to take some risk off the table. As an example, when you go long this market here at, let's call it 9:05 a.m. today, okay? And you catch a nice winner and it pays off for you real quick. I'm talking like 20 minutes later, you're already here, right? You're already up 60 or 70 ticks. Maybe you take some risk off the table here, right? Maybe you sell half your position and maybe you move your stop to somewhere over here, locking in some gains so that on the off chance the market comes all the way back down here, right? Maybe even comes lower and takes your stop out, at least you're not going to get destroyed on any one trade. Does that make sense, guys? You picking up what I'm throwing down here about managing your risk? I would say that is the most important of those 3 rules. So listen, guys, I think this year is going to be a day trader's dream. It's going to be 10 times better than last year. If you've been thinking about getting into trading, or if you've been on the sidelines for a long time and you feel you're ready to take that next step, then get off the sidelines, get involved, and allow me to show you what a real professional trading system and trading strategy is all about. Because, guys and gals, this year is going to be epic. Guys, that'll do it for this video. If you'd like to get your hands on this powerful volume indicator, then get in touch, call, text, email, whatever's convenient, and I'd be happy to hook you up with a free one-on-one demo, really show you how this volume indicator is going to supercharge your trading. Guys, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next trade.